What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? Well, there's been like a chain of event modeling series thing going on. No, I can't even say that. It's not a modeling series. Basically what has happened, back in the beginning of the year here, Uncle Wilmer from the Indian Head Valley Railroad had purchased a 3D printed model from Golden Gate Hobbies. And that kind of triggered Dave from the Crooked River and Eastern YouTube channel to check out the website. And he had found a Christmas story house in HO. Now, Golden Gate Hobby does O, HO, and N scale. Not much N scale just yet. But they're very well printed models. And David did a video back in, I think it was February, March, somewhere in there, on him painting and putting together the Christmas story house. Which led me to go to the website because I'm a Christmas Story fan myself. Me and the wife watch it religiously every year, sometimes twice a year. And we have also ventured to Cleveland to visit the movie location, visit the house, and tour the museum. It's a great thing to see. So if you're ever up in the Cleveland area, go check it out. But unfortunately, Golden Gate Hobby did not have the Christmas Story house in N scale. I did go ahead and purchase the HO scale. It's still sitting in the box. And I'd emailed Golden Gate Hobbies almost every month, pestering him about the N-scale Christmas Story house. Finally, he thinks he got it right. He's afraid to sell them because he wanted it to be good. Well, I think he's finally got it because he sent me one. And I'm going to put this thing together. Now, it's very tiny, as you can see, because it is N-scale. So he wanted to know how the build goes, so let's build this thing and see how it turns out. I don't know how many videos I'll do on it. I don't know if it'll be just this one or a part 2. We'll see how it goes, so let's take a look. Alright, I went ahead and opened it out of this shrink wrap. Let's see what we have in the box here. Nice little, I'm not going to take all these out. These are all the windows, doors, and the porch, the railings. So it looks like this is going to be the major build of the model right here. All these little tiny parts and pieces. Now remember, all these were 3D printed and everything looks really, really good. So it looks like there's going to be some cleanup involved. You got these little overspills where the print, so I have to trim all that off. The roof is all one piece. So yeah, it looks like everything just kind of goes into place. But that right there is going to be the build. Look at all that. So this will be fun. So I won't go over every single step. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get these washed and painted. And then I'll get a lot of these painted. And I'll just show you the after effects, but not the building part. Because everybody knows how to put things together like this. And there's nothing that I'm kit bashing or doing anything special. Just gluing things together after they're painted. So I'll just do the each step after each step's done. Okay, I got the parts cleaned with any kind of the building material that was the support material for the printer. Got them all cleaned up. There's only one flaw I found. That's right there. The where it was printed, there's a hole, a pinhole right here. And that's it. Just one little pinhole in the resin. I can fix that with a little bit of putty and we'll move right along. So other than that, I mean, look at this model. It is detailed. I mean, it's N scale and he's got everything printed just perfect. The brick ends to the steps. You can see treading on the steps. You got the roof vents. There's an electrical box. So yeah, it's like very, very well printed for being N scale. And if that's the only flaw on here, no big deal. Alright, I got all the parts laid out. There's quite a few. All those windows, door frames, the doors, window frames, the porch railings, the lattice under the porch, the downspouts and gutters, handrails. Now, I didn't trim the flash work off of the pillars yet. I might leave them to paint with. But other than that, we're ready to paint. Let's get after it. Alright, so there is all, well, not all the parts painted up. There's still the gutters and some of the railings. Everything's painted. I just don't have it all showing right here. An interesting part about this kit is that when he printed it, whatever program he's using, is the fact that he has all the windows and doors as actual separate frames. He got a window frame and the window. So it's not just like a flat window you're going to glue onto the hole. You're actually going to fit it in there. See if we can do one real quick. So basically, you put your frame in, so it sits that way. And then the window will go in behind it and sandwich together. So you'll have this nice finished window with interior framing and the exterior framing. So it's a very well thought out kit, and it's not just some flat. I'm sure you've seen them on some of the kits like Bachmann and all them. It's just a flat, all one piece glued to a hole. This is really, really well put together as far as how he printed everything out. We got the porch railings, the lattice under the porch. I painted the posts. This is the porch floor, the porch roof. And of course the second story roof is one piece with the top of the house. And of course the foundation. And that's what's cool about the foundation, is you can actually see the brickwork. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. But you can actually see the masonry block on the foundation. So for an N-scale 3D printed model, this was very, very well printed out. For as small as all the parts are. Like I said, I don't have the gutters and railings in the corner beads. They're all painted on another spot over there, but this gives you an idea of what a great kit this is. So let me go ahead and assemble some of this, and we'll come back and show you what it looks like. So what I ended up doing was going through and putting in all the window frames. You see I also put in the doors. The reason I did the doors because the frame for the door is only 3 sides, and I didn't want it kind of squeezing together at the bottoms and then me not be able to get the doors in when I tried to get them in there. You can see everything turned out nice and clean. By doing the frames, you didn't have to try to paint anything and bleed out onto your yellow paint here. The roof attic had a window frame. So what I'm going to do is, basically, I am going to do 2 parts. I'll wrap this up in part 2. So the paints I used for the roof of the house and the roof of the porch, every paint I used was an Apple Barrel product. The roofs are Gray Fox. The porch floor and the columns and the foundation and steps I used Timeless Gray. For Ralphie's house color, I went through several different yellows trying to find it. I reviewed the movie a few times, found pictures on the websites, internet, and the best yellow I could come up with was Sunny Day. And it actually turned out not so bad. So that's kind of why I did the green I did. I used Arbor Green, because everything was kind of dark against the yellow in the movie. Went ahead and did the columns, cut that flashing off that you saw, fit all the parts, did some detail work on the railings. This is lattice for underneath the porch. So part 2, I will do the windows and maybe wrap this up, get it all put together. And in the description, as I mentioned earlier, Wilmer from Indian Head Valley Railroad website, YouTube channel, and Dave from the Crooked River and Eastern. Get over there and check out their videos. They have great content. Dave goes live for Thursday morning coffee and trains. He has nice discussions. Join in with him. I think it's 8:30 Thursday mornings. And get on over to Golden Gate Hobby. Pick you up one of these kits. I'll have this link in the description as well. But the detail of the frame separate from the window and the way you put them together, you kind of sandwich them in there, is really great. I haven't done a kit like that before, and I actually like the way it goes. Alright, until part 2, I hope you enjoyed my steps. I am not showing the build, I'm just showing you the steps. Until then, enjoy, happy modeling, Pappy out.